Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Thursday, May the 18th. The year's 2023. Let's talk trading. Red news trading with Walmal. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. We've got red news coming up in about 3-4 minutes, Walmal. What is that red news today?
It's unemployment claims. So this is the unemployment claims number that comes out every Thursday. So we'll see what happens there. They're expecting 253,000 new jobs. We'll see what happens. But, all we can do is watch the market, and interestingly enough, the market seems to be trending down a little bit right now. And what we've seen in the past is when it trends down like this right before a big news drop, then it goes and excites up, But I don't know if that's what's going to happen this time, but it's just an observation.
Yeah, I don't see unless they're lying, but you say they can't lie. I just don't trust the numbers they put out there.
Yeah. Well, what I actually say, it's not that they can't lie. What I say is the number that gets lied about is the forecast number. The actual number, they can't lie about that because people go to jail for lying on that number. But the forecast number, you can't go to. There's no perjury being taken there. You can't go and you can't get into trouble there. So, that's why I say, if you want to go, the easiest way to go and corrupt the market and at the same time, make sure that you stay out of jail, because the number you lie about is the one that you can get away with.
Well, the thing is, though, who's actually doing the forecasting?
Well, that's a combination of the information, the pre-release information from the government, and different organizations. So, it's a combination, and then it's a quote unquote a consensus. But we know how consensuses work. There's somebody in charge of that consensus, right?
Right. Okay, so the next 1 minute candle should tell the story. Just so you know, boys and girls and non-binary traders, I'm itching to short.
And TR, just that trade I was in from up top, I got taken out with my TP at 10 pips.
Oh,
So I'm
nice.
flat at this point.
So you've already hit core, or you were just going for it?
Oh no, I'm way over core at this point.
Oh, okay, so you're in second gear.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. If this candle, if it stays bullish, then they're going to drop this puppy. So I've moved over to my M1 that has red and green candles. So if we stay green, I'm looking for this thing to drop. But it could prove me wrong because we're in the launch pad. Now it's going red. Now it's going green. They're going to drop this sucker. I could be wrong, but that's trading.
15 seconds out.
Yeah.
All the nonsense. And it may be a dud. We'll see.
It could be a dud.
We normally see a little bit more movement than this. My spread just went to 2.5, which is incredibly high for me.
Okay, here we go. There's the drop. Nope. It's moving back up. It's dropping again. I guess it's not big enough news. There's the drop. So, boys and girls, that drop was worth about 10 pips so far. And non-binaries, I keep forgetting that. I don't want my videos flagged because I'm not inclusive, so. But anyway, that's just something that I've observed over the years. I'm sure You can run statistics on it. Just, punch in the dates of the news that you want to see, and see what the what the 1 minute candle was before the news, and what was the 1 minute candle after the news. And you just look to see if you could have made pips, with that guess. And Walmal just dropped off the line. We've been having problems. Something's wrong with the phone system. And Walmal's back on the line.
Yeah, got dropped for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, did you get that short by any chance, or did you just stand aside?
No, I went short at. Oh boy, let me go look and pull up the chart. I'm already out. I picked up about 8 pips, but I went short at 39.9. I had a pending sitting there, and it just took it. And then it's funny, I had my out at 35. I just wanted to go and try to get 5 pips on the deal, or almost 5 pips, and it got me out. It actually got me out at 32.8.
Yeah.
So look at that. The market actually smiled on me and gave me more than what I was asking for.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen very often.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, what were the results?
The results were there was 242,000 unemployment claims, and they were expecting 253,000. So it's a good number for the U.S. In the respect that it was less unemployment claims than they expected. But it wasn't off by that much. The forecast and the actual were not off by that much. They were off by, basically 11,000 jobs, which for a week, that's not very much. So what's going to be interesting, you want to talk about unemployment claims, what's going to be interesting is going to be what happens at the end of this summer period that we're now entering. Summer starts here in the U.S. anyway. Our unofficial summer starts in, basically 2 weeks, at Memorial Day weekend. That's when we consider summer starting. And what's going to happen, over, the Labor Day weekend, which in the U.S. is the first Monday in September. What happens after that? Because that's, there's a lot of corporations out there right now in their earnings reports that they just dropped, hinting that they're going to have major layoffs in the end of the third, going into the fourth quarter of earnings. So it's that's the worrisome part for the U.S. economy. So so right now, this type of thing, are we setting the market up? I don't know, for what's impending. In other words, drive it down now because we know it's going to go up. I don't know. I don't have any magic genius or anything, but it's just interesting. The other thing that was the other piece of news, which was orange, which probably maybe moving this market more than the unemployment, was the Philly Fed. Okay, because they were expecting a number of minus 20, or almost minus 20. It was minus 19.5, and which is a huge contraction in manufacturing in the Philly area, meaning Pennsylvania, Delaware, New Jersey. And they actually got a number of minus 10.4. So that contraction is much less than what they expected. So that may be the thing that's really driving this push down right now. Personally, I think that the market, the Forex market for the dollar has been, they've pushed the dollar down a whole lot further than they probably should. And a lot of it comes, I think, because of, BRICS and all that. We talk about BRICS and, how people are going to pull off the U.S. dollar. And I think it was an overreaction to that, especially now that some of the BRICS members are now saying, well, we really didn't mean that, and so there may have been just a little bit of an overreaction to it, and now we need to have some type of correction. Just remember 2-3 months ago, we were at $1.19. Here we are sitting at $1.24. That's, it's only 5 cents, but that's a huge move in the Forex market over a couple of months.
Right. And one thing, we broke yesterday's low by about almost 2 pips. I think it's 1.6.
Yep.
And then we also broke below the previous H4 low. Just that these are just, you can call them mile markers, places that, I was looking to short. So, and one of the things, if you look here on the daily chart, you had that long, yesterday was almost a doji. I mean, it practically was. We'd open at 86.2 and close at 85.8. That's only a difference of, 4 points. But it was like, it seemed like price wanted to go right back down to this bottom, because that push up for the order block traders, I think they would probably were licking their lips looking at this retrace to happen. So they're probably loading up right about now.
Yep. In fact, I went and took a trade at, let's see, looking at 29 even.
You coming out of that flip-flop box?
Coming out of the I tried to come out of the flip-flop box. It just, horrible entry.
Yeah.
I mean, I missed my entry by 4 pips.
Oh, wow.
But that's what happens sometimes. Okay, well, so I'm getting out here, and I'm just going to take 2 pips.
Yeah.
Because I don't like the way this is shaping up.
Well, on the M5, on all of them, we crossed the 24.25 line. Right there at 124.25, the psychological. And that was a green M5. Right. So it's like, okay, let's see if it's got enough fuel in the tank to pick up a few pips. And that would have been worth, 5, 6, 7 pips.
Yep. Hey, if you could put up a 5-minute chart.
That's what I've got up.
Okay, great. If you look at that, candle 1, so the previous candle, you look at that big drop down, and you look at the current candle, okay, where did it stop? I talked about this a couple days ago on one of the videos. It stopped right at that midpoint, of that candle. I'm guessing I'm just looking at it visually, but if it's not at the exact midpoint, it's pretty stinking close. And my point to that is that it happens so often, and sometimes your best bet is, okay, if I got in and I got some pips, put your TP right there, because more times than not, it just goes and stops there. And it either stops there because it just needs to go and catch up a little bit, catch breath, or it's stopping there because, hey, I'm just testing this drive down, and okay, that's good to test. I've collected, I've collected some liquidity up there, and now I'm going to go and drive it back down further. I don't know which way it's going to go, but the thing is that the one thing I have observed, we talked about what, you observed in terms of, hey, if it moves it up on the 1 minute right before, and then it'll go and drop it, Well, one of my observations on news is that, the first 5 minutes after that, it drives up to the midpoint, stops at the midpoint, and then it'll either just vacillate there, and then continue its journey up to go and finish off that return bar, or it goes and just drops and then continues on its way down.
Yeah.
And right now looks like it's continuing its way down.
Yeah, it's I decided to I was looking at my different charts here, and the M5 right here, that midpoint, there's the mid dots. It was at 24.31 and it actually got to 32. So yeah, it did that 50% retrace pretty well there.
It just loves to do that.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's a new, since this is a video, about trading red news, it's just an observation I've had over the years of what tends to happen.
Right.
It doesn't happen every time, but it happens often enough.
So, fellow traders, hopefully you might have picked up a tip or two from Walmal and myself on trading red news, what to look for, how to anticipate, when to get out. And just always remember and never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.